bring you another Hyundai A-League fixture preview for the fixtures of week 26. We have this weekend and next weekend left to go. There are 4 teams, potentially even 5, if a majority fixtures go their way. Could still win the Premier's Plate. It is probably the tightest season we have ever had in Hyundai A-League history, and records being broken left, right, and centre. Who is going to come out with the Premier's Plate? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. So, let's get into things. The first game of the weekend sees Western Sydney Wanderers take on Central Coast Mariners. Now, Western Sydney suffered a defeat to Melbourne Victory last weekend. They do need a win to stay in the hunt for the Premier's Plate, while Central Coast are going to do their best to try and crush the dreams of Western Sydney Wanderers and try and prevent them from winning their first ever Hyundai A-League title. Now, Western Sydney Wanderers welcome Hamill, Mabratu, Pepper, and Aspro, or we also know him on this channel as Asprobububus. Or no, let me give it a figure. Aspropotomatus. See that? I mastered it. I told you guys I would get there, and I finally done it. Aspropotomatus is also in the first team squad, while Dimas and Soterio are unavailable for the fixture. Now, on the other hand, we have Central Coast. They welcome Montgomery, Bahaja, and Heward Bell to the first team squad, while Adam Pearce has been omitted from the squad. Unlucky for him. Now, Central Coast haven't had the best season. They are still managing to find the back of the net. Roy O'Donovan managed to score a wonder strike last weekend. It is a goal of the season contender. It is positive, but Western Sydney Wanderers clearly the better side, and with that title nearly in their grasp, they need to keep pushing and pick up the 3 points, which I think they'll do. I can see Western Sydney Wanderers winning this fixture 3-1. Now, the second fixture of the weekend sees Wellington Phoenix take on my team Melbourne Victory across the ditch. Now, Wellington have nothing left to play for this season, while Melbourne Victory need at least 1 point from their last 2 games to secure their place in the final 6 and see if they can win the final series. Now, Wellington Phoenix, on the other hand, they welcome Tom Doyle to the first team squad. They have no apparent outs. Melbourne Victory, a lot of names coming back to the team sheet. We have Jeria, Thompson, Howard, and Captain Carl Valeri is back. He is back. That is right. Apparently, he's recovered from his injury or his illness. He's been named in the squad. Whether he plays or not is another question, but he has been named, which is fantastic. Welcome back, Carl Valeri. Now, on the other hand, on the outs, we do have Galafuccio and Negro, who haven't been selected. Now, I do feel bad for Negro. He does a job every single time, but obviously, Jeria, a Socceroo, he's going to get the place every single time, and unfortunately for Negro, he can't help that. But Wellington away is always a tough fixture. Melbourne Victory did pick up some confidence last weekend, and they will know a point is all they need to secure their finals place. So Wellington, they're going to try and hurt us. You know, it's away from home. We could struggle. Now, I do think we're going to pick up a win. It's going to be a tough game, though. Obviously, across the ditch, anything can happen. But I can see Melbourne Victory winning this fixture 2-1. The third game of the weekend sees Sydney FC take on Adelaide United. Now, Sydney FC, they're struggling. They need to win their last 2 games and hope Victory do not pick up a point over their last 2 games. So, Sydney FC, it looks like their final chance is over, and Graham Arnold not having the season he would have hoped for. The other chance, the other team we have here, Adelaide United. Now, they had their crazy run. They were beaten at 1 point, but that doesn't matter. They're still in the hunt, and they can still take away the Premier's Plate. Now, Sydney FC welcome Smelts and Fatty to the first team squad, while they have no apparent outs. And Adelaide United welcome Ochieng and Warland to the first team squad, while they also have no apparent outs. Sydney FC have had a very disappointing season, and we know it's almost over. While Adelaide United, they need the next 2 games need to be wins. Otherwise, they can't win the Premier's Plate. So Adelaide United, the stronger team overall, and they're going to be the stronger team on the day. I can see Adelaide United winning this fixture 2-0. Now, the fourth game of the weekend, another big one here. Brisbane Roar taking on Newcastle Jets. Newcastle is another team who have had their season cut short, while Brisbane Roar also need to win their last 2 games so they can push for the Premier's plate. Aloisi reckons they should be up there. I'll tell you what, Brisbane Roar, a good shout, but I don't think they're the favourites right now. Brisbane Roar welcome Mackay and Hingett back to the first team squad. Well, they have no apparent outs. And Newcastle welcome Mullen and Oliverditch to the first team squad. Well, they also have no apparent outs. But the Newcastle no apparent outs does surprise me a little bit. You know, Nigel Bogard did get red carded last weekend. So technically he should be missing the fixture. I haven't heard any news in the media or anything about the red card being overturned. So from my knowledge, Bogard isn't available for the fixture. Whether or not that's been changed, though, I'm not quite sure. Now, Brisbane, everything to play for. Newcastle can only hope to crush dreams. Are they going to? No, they're not. They're not. If Bogard's not there, I think they're going to struggle even more. And Brisbane Roar have the firepower they need to secure a win. So I can see Brisbane Roar winning this fixture 2-0. And the final game of the weekend, by far the biggest game of the weekend, sees Perth Glory take on Melbourne City. Now, obviously, biggest game of the weekend, no doubt about it. Perth Glory, they've had an excellent turnaround since the transfer window. They currently see themselves sitting in 5th place. Technically, if results went their way, they could still win the Premier's plate. Very, very unlikely, but it could happen. On the other hand, we have Melbourne City, top of the table, flying. Goal difference, incredible. It looks like it is theirs. I reckon they are the favourites right now. I haven't checked the bookies, because I don't care what they say. Fornaroli, 22 goals. Aaron Moy, 18 assists. And with a 16 goal difference, you can't say they're not the favourites. It looks like it's set in stone. So, the race for the Premier Plate, it really heats up, and Melbourne City looks like the team to beat. Now, if Perth Glory can do a job over City this weekend, it helps everyone. It honestly helps everyone. So, we'll just have to see what happens. Now, the other reason Perth Glory need a win is because although they're not going to win the Premier's Plate, if they do, I wouldn't believe it. But the point is, they still have the chance of getting a better team to play against in the finals place. Now, whether they want a weaker side so they can beat them, or whether they want a stronger side to knock them out early, I don't know. But this is a crucial game for Perth Glory as well as it is for Melbourne City. Now, Perth Glory welcome Frera, Risdon and Petratos to the first team squad, while Julbic is unavailable due to suspension. And on the other hand, we have Melbourne City, who welcome Wilkinson and Moy to the first team squad, while they have no apparent out. So both teams should be at full strength. Julbic, not that big of a miss, I don't think, for Perth Glory, but both teams should be able to field their full starting 11, which is fantastic for both sides. It's going to be fantastic for the viewers too. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. Is it going to be a win for Melbourne City or a win for Perth Glory? I think neither. It's going to end in a draw. It's going to be high-scoring. Perth Glory have the home advantage. NIB Stadium. They are really good there, and it's become a bit of a fortress. So, for the fans, I can see this fixture ending in a 2-all draw. But that is it for my preview for the fixtures of week 26. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know down in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to see more Hyundai A-League content. And hopefully I catch you guys on another video.